Hi everyone, back here with another video. Today I'm going to do maintenance and cleaning on my Rega 110 volt motor. It is 13 years old, and if you can see that it's pretty dirty in there. I don't know if you can focus in there, but it's awfully dry. You can tell it's never had any maintenance done to it. So what I've done so far is, of course, I've removed the tone arm, the double pulley. I have a metal double pulley on there, which is, it's just a Allen key. You just pop it out. And I've taken the cover off on the other side here, so you can see the inside. The motor. It's a thrust bearing, which I'm going to also check. As you can see, there's no foam in there in the old P25, but I'm going to take care of that. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the motor from the plinth. Right there. And it should be just these two Allen. Let's see. Yes, it's these two Allen bolts here. Be very careful not to get the. See how these things go here. Alright. There. This was difficult here. Should let me go grab a needle nose plier. That one's being a little difficult. Alright. Grab that on there. There we go. Alright. Those are the motor mounting screws right here. That's all that's needed. So let me take this out of the way here. Right there. Here is the motor. Has a rubber foam. It just comes out just like this. It's just rubber. Okay, I'm going to need this. And I'm about to clean. Yeah, there's just dirt and all kinds of. Like I said, it's 13 years old. Actually, what I needed to also is test the. Actually, I think the thrust. I'm gonna. There you go. This is the thrust bearing. This keeps the spindle from hitting the bottom. Here, let me grab a little ball here. Just like this. And looks good here. You can see it's actually really dirty. So I got thrust bearing, it's fine. That's awfully dirty right here. And you can tell also it's very dirty and awfully dry. So what I'm going to do is cover all this up here. Got me some electric cleaner, solvent. I also found a page that an actual Rega maintenance paper that you're supposed to clean the motor after every 5 years. Let's see what else it says here. To remove and clean motor. Pulley did all that, yeah. It says it's quite safe to use plenty of solvent when cleaning the motor bearings and spindle. So, what do I do here? These things always bend for some friggin' reason. Whatever. There you go. Let's clean that really good. And I'm going to need something really thin to get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this real good, and I'll be right back, fellas. Give me a second here. Went back here again. What I've done so far is clean the spindle and bearings in there with some electrical cleaner, quick drying. This is everything that I got. It's really freaking disgusting. Just years and years and years of not be able to clean the actual motor. What I'm going to do is give it one last spray on both sides. There we go. Yep, and let it sit for, I guess Rega said on their motor, on their, I got this in Word. Let me see, set motor aside to allow solvent to evaporate for a minimum of 5 minutes. So I'll see you guys back in, I don't know, maybe 10. Sorry about the camera. My regular camera just broke. Won't read the memory stick, so I'm stuck with the iPod. So here you go. I'm going to stick one drop of oil Right in there. Just keep moving that, make sure the oil gets down into the right. Completely clean this. And let that sit for like 5 minutes. And I'll be right back, guys. Alright fellas, back here. Time to put the thrust bearing back in. Let me see right here. Add a little bit of oil. Oil's well in the new oil's in the motor. Been like that for like 15 minutes now. Alright, that snaps in right back like this. And you can tell it's working because it has that spring. The spindle comes right back up. So what this thrust bearing is, it stops this thing from fluctuating up and down. Alright, so that so far what I've done is actually cleaned all the old dust and dirt and grime that was in the old motor, the top and the bottom. Used a toothpick, but what you guys didn't see because my camera died was that I also used an old toothbrush to get a good clean in there. I've used electronic cleaner. This is a solvent, quick dry solvent, even though Rega specifies that you can use as much solvent as you like and it won't affect or destroy this type of motor. So next part is actually putting it back together, securing it to the plinth. Now what I've gone and purchased was from Herbie Audio was a new dampening sheet. Now I've already made my gaskets. Actually, see, this one is for the motor. These gaskets right here are for the top washers that secures the motor to the plinth, and this one right here is the bottom I guess screw or that supports the motor up in the plinth. Now I'm going to try my best to completely isolate the motor from the plinth by using this dampening sheet. So I'm going to have to do some cutting here with some scissors, and I'll be right back, guys. Hi people, back here again real quick. I've cut my new gaskets out of this it's highly rated Herbie Audio Labs dampening sheet. I think I might sandwich this. I don't even think this is like some kind of hard you know what? I don't even think it's Does it look very hard rubber compared to this dampening material from from Herbie Audios. What I'll probably do is do a number like this. I have enough space where you gotta start worrying about your spindle and your pulley having enough to clear the top. So I think I have enough room. I cut that out. I cut the top also. I'm going to completely try my best to isolate the motor from the plinth. Got those little gaskets going. I might do another one for the back side of this where this actually attaches like this, so I'm going to probably just do a little gasket in here. I was planning on doing a gasket for the main bearing hub here, but it goes against Rega's philosophy, of course, as you know, and you can tell it's reinforced with the hole in the tone arm here. So Let me tighten everything up, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, back here, see if I could, as you can see, the two bolts are completely isolated from the plinth. And if I turn around here, you see the gaskets. They're fitted on to help isolate the motor. I also added gaskets to this little piece right here, if you could, this camera's could focus or not. It's right here. It's not a great job, but it does a trick. Yeah, I think that's it. So what we have here is a completely cleaned motor that's 13 years old, first service in 13 years. I've added dampening sheets in between the motor and the plinth, also dampening from the screw here on this side, and then of course the little dampening washers I made right here. It's not a great job, but I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. I went and reinstalled the pulley. As you can see, the thrust bearing works fine. Snaps right back up where it's supposed to. Also, what I'm going to do is actually make some washers for the bottom of the feet. So you just have to cut them out real quick, and I try to at least do a little bit of isolation between the actual feet and the plinth. So there you have it, guys. That is a cleaned 13-year-old Rega P25 motor with a little bit of tweaking here. The new motors, Rega wants you to spend $225 plus like $15, 240, 235, 200 for a new fucking motor, man. And the only difference that I see, besides it being 24 volts and one being 110, is that they make you use a piece of double-sided foam tape to actually secure the motor, man. I'm like, I'm waiting for someone to actually do a comparison between a 110 volt motor and a 24 using the same foam tape, and see if they could tell the difference. Because it's $225 for a motor, man. Well, $240 shipping for a new motor just because it's 24 volts. And the other thing I don't like about that double-siding taping is that it's not hard mounted. It's just hanging there, and sometimes people comment that their motor just falls off. Like I said, this is MDF or chipboard. It seems like that. So I like it better hard mounted. This motor's not going anywhere. I don't care, if it falls off a cliff. It's hard mounted. Plus, it has Herbie Audio dampening sheet on there. I'm gonna assemble it back, and then I'm gonna play test it and see if I notice any difference. So let me assemble everything back, and I'm gonna put the tone arm in, re-oil the main bearing, and I'll see you guys back in a bit. Thanks, guys. I went back here with the final conclusion on my Rega motor. Right now I'm testing the speed. It looks a little off, but and then again, how accurate are these IRPMs? I don't know. It looks to be right on, right about. If I take it out and let me see. If I take it out and throw it on here, you can see it's twitching, even if I calibrate it. Let me see something here. Calibrate. Still twitching a little bit. Let me see what the thing is right there. So it's about 33. It might be a little tad fast. These Regas run fast, at least the older models do. But as you can see, you can never tell. Probably have to get a strobe light. But there you have it. It's running fantastic. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some Kenny Burrell. And the thing I noticed about, remember I damped the entire motor and pretty much isolated it from the plinth. And what I've noticed was, I'm trying to find the right word. I mean, I guess sound floor, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It seems like a little, it's very subtle difference. Here, let me throw on some Kenny Burrell here for a second. It's like a deeper black. I mean, it's very subtle. You have to have one of those albums where you can actually tell, your go-to album, and this is one of them for me. It's a really rough copy, but it's the only one I have. Oh yeah, very subtle difference. Yeah, you get the bottom end, the bottom sound floor. It just, you can tell when Kenny Burrell, especially Grant Green. I think Grant Green's guitar playing, his every time he hits a string, there's a certain fatness, a certain fatness to it. They're both, I can pretty much tell very easily the difference between Kenny Burrell and Grant Green. But you can tell, like, the note kind of hangs, like, in the lower spectrum, I guess. The lower frequent. I mean, it's very subtle. I don't want to lie. You should get these people that, they upgrade a certain part and then they come back and say, oh, it's a ridiculous amount of this and that. It's not like that. It's very subtle, but if you pay attention to it, you can pick it up. Again, I've had this P25 for 13 years, so every little tweak I do, I can pretty much pin it down. Very nice. So there you have it. That's it sounds really nice. Like I said, it's very subtle. There's nothing you do, that's just, for me to say, oh my God, you know, it's a revelation. But it's very subtle, and that's what usually, you know, when you get to high audio file stuff, you know, usually it's little subtleties that you notice. But there again, I, cleaned the motor. I added a couple drops of motor oil that I bought. The dampening sheet I bought from Herbie Audio, and that was $12.95 plus shipping. I think it was like 18 bucks. So for 25 bucks, I think 20, yeah, I spent about 25 bucks. I totally redid my motor, cleaned it, everything serviced. It's running fine. Saved me $225, and having the pain of paying that and then having my motor just hang on the bottom of my pliff by a double-sided foam tape, which I fucking I don't trust at all. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully this is helpful. If you guys need any questions, just leave them in the comments. Usually people don't comment on my page too much, but just send me personal messages. So anyways, have fun, guys, and thank you for watching. Cheers.